A barber charges $30 for 30 minutes of work. Do the math, that's $60 an hour. But here's the trick, almost none of that is profit. The accepted story is simple, you pay for labor. A stylist spends time on your head, so you pay them. Seems obvious, and it's true, but it's also where most people stop thinking. The real breakdown is messier, and it explains why that same 30 minutes costs $30 at one shop and $65 at another, even though both stylists are equally skilled. Let's start with what you can see, the labor cost. A barber takes your 30 minutes. If the shop is open 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, that's roughly 60 clients per week per chair at full capacity. Realistically, it's closer to 30 or 40. Not every slot fills. And here's the trick, the stylist doesn't pocket the full price. Most stylists at chain salons or mid-range shops work on commission. They take home 40 to 60% of what you pay. So that $30 haircut, the stylist sees maybe $15 to $18. Already half the money has left the equation. Where'd it go? Rent, utilities, insurance, the owner's margin. A salon chair sits on rented or mortgaged square footage. In a mid-market urban area, that's anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 per month per station, depending on location. One chair, that's roughly $50 to $165 per day in rent alone before anyone books an appointment. Add electricity, water, liability insurance, product inventory, cleaning supplies. The overhead per chair adds up fast. But here's where it gets interesting. That overhead calculation changes everything once you add one more layer, perceived value. A $30 haircut and a $65 haircut might involve identical scissors, identical skill, identical time. The difference isn't the labor, it's the room. The $65 salon has marble counters, ambient lighting, a waiting area with coffee, a receptionist, higher rent in a premium neighborhood. That's not free. Those costs get baked into every haircut. You're not just paying for scissors. You're paying for the experience, the location, the brand. The overhead per cut is higher because the overhead is higher. Now flip it, the $30 barbershop operates in a strip mall, fluorescent lights, plastic chairs. Rent is lower, maybe $30 per day per chair instead of $100. The stylist still takes 50% commission, but the owner's margin is tighter. Less overhead to cover means lower prices. Same labor, same skill, different address. Here's the real trick, the price doesn't reflect what the stylist does. It reflects what the business has to pay to exist. Labor is maybe 40 to 50% of the equation. Rent, insurance, utilities, product cost, and owner profit make up the rest. A $30 haircut and a $65 haircut involve the same 30 minutes of work. The difference is where that work happens. This matters because it explains why independent stylists often charge differently than salon employees. An independent rents a chair, paying overhead directly, or works from home with no rent at all. A salon employee splits commission with an owner who absorbs the building cost. Neither model is a scam. Both are just different ways to divvy up the same pie. Perceived value adds another layer. A salon in a wealthy neighborhood can charge more not because the stylist is more skilled, but because the clientele expects to pay more and the rent reflects that expectation. Pricing becomes circular. High rent justifies high prices, which justify high rent. The labor is identical. The context is everything. So when you pay $30 or $65, you're not really paying for 30 minutes of scissors work. You're paying for a chair and a space, with utilities running, with insurance covering liability, with rent due on the first. You're paying for the business to exist, not just the labor to happen. The stylist's hands are only part of the cost. Understanding this matters. It's not that one salon is greedy and another is generous. They're operating under different economic constraints. The strip mall shop has lower overhead. The luxury salon has higher rent and higher brand expectations. Neither is wrong. They're just solving the same problem, paying to exist in different neighborhoods at different scales. Once you see the cost structure, the price stops feeling arbitrary. It starts looking like math. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research. If you've ever wondered where the money actually goes in everyday services, subscribe. We break down the hidden economics behind the prices you pay every week. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research.